You have general management, but what is project management? Project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques. When I say tools, project management information system is a tool. Technique means brainstorming is a technique. So in the PMI philosophy, they don't list these are the tools that you will use to manage a project, and these are the techniques that you will use to manage a project. Instead of that, they will just use the word tools and techniques. Because I'm sure when those who are from IT, for them, even a software is a tool. But the language, standards language is this way. So project management is application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to the project activities to meet the requirements. And these are the well-known standards to manage a project. The latest standard is the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide, 7th edition. Some of you might be aware with the 6th edition also. Now PMI has retired and they have replaced the same with Process Guide Practice Standard and Agile. Agile is also a way of doing your projects. Those who are into software, they are aware. I will also discuss something briefly about Agile. So what are the project management principles? If you are managing the projects, today the projects are global. You have cross-functional teams, you have distributed teams, you have virtual teams, and you are managing projects with diversity, different people, different culture, different industry, different experience. So these are the 12 principles that you have to keep in mind while managing the projects. The first is be a diligent, respectful, and caring steward. Just visualize you're traveling in a flight 36,000 feet high, and how the steward, air hostess, they take care of you all. There is a word in project management called generational diversity. In that plane, 36 feet, there is an infant and there is also a senior citizen of 70 years old. You have to take care of all of them. Different culture, different nationalities, different food habits, and how respectfully they take care of. So similarly, today we have to take care of our team and stakeholders. Create a collaborative project team environment. See the word collaboration, collaborative, we all know it's an English word. But while doing the work, are we really collaborating with our team? That's the question which you all will be having the answers. But you as a project leader, you have to create an environment in such a way there is a trust, there is a common understanding, there is a common mission, there is common values, and all are working with the same goal. That is what is the job of a project manager today. Effectively engage with the stakeholders. PMI did a global survey and they asked the questions to professionals like you. When when do you think a project is complex? You'll be surprised 51% of project professionals like you, they said we can manage scope, we can manage uncertainty, and when it becomes multiple stakeholders, the complexity increases. And with that research, we came up with a standard on managing complexity in your projects, programs, and portfolios. So effectively engaging the stakeholders is a big challenge, which you and me know. That's what here also we come back to this principle, navigate complexity. Focus on value. Today the sponsors CEOs and the business owners have become smart. Of course, they were always and they are, with all due respect to them. They are telling you are a project manager. Completing the project within time, scope, budget is not a great thing. You are meant for that. But show me the value. As a client, show me the value. If there is no value, then your project is not successful. Show me the benefit. So this is what the concept of project management is today. Recognize, evaluate, and respond to the system interactions. As a project manager, you're with the quality team, risk team, procurement team, logistics team, supply chain, finance, accounting. For all them, be respectful, demonstrate leadership and behavior. Here also PMI did a global survey and they found out, they did a survey with the C-suite executives, and you'll be surprised, 86% of them, they said, our project managers are great, but they don't think like a leader. Our project managers are great, but they don't know how business is coming. They don't have business acumen. They're always firefighting. The third thing is technical project management. They're not at all updating themselves. So after this, PMI made it mandatory. Whoever wants to extend that certification, they have to compulsory sit 8 hours of training in these three. And this they call it as a talent training. So these are a few, and we have to embrace the adaptive resilience. Resilience is how quickly you can bounce back. Even for IT, this is a measure of servers. So this project management is also grouped under 5 process groups. Like any work you take, you initiate, you plan, you execute as per plan, and you monitor and control whether it is going ahead of schedule, behind schedule, over the budget, under the budget, and finally close. Within these process groups, you will have the processes. And every process, it has an input, output. And even to bake a cake, there is a process. You have ingredients, you have oven as a tool, blending, mixing temperature is a technique, and you'll get a beautiful, hot, tasty vanilla cake. So these are the 49 processes that are used to manage any project in the world. It can be from any domain, it can be any industry. That's the reason this project management, particularly PMP certification, is so much in demand and demand. So in initiation, here is the difference in real life and in the standards. Usually, you will get a project and you start planning. But as per standards, any work first you have to initiate it. Develop a project charter, the initial document which authorizes a project in a project. Then identify the stakeholders, who will be these stakeholders. And then it starts with the planning. You plan scope, you plan schedule, you plan cost, budget, quality, and you also identify the risk, how to do the communication, and analyze it, quality, put a quality management plan, how to manage the team, and plan procurement, which contract is good for you. All of this is a part of the plan. Then in monitoring and controlling, whether our project is going as per plan or not. That is what we look into the scope, schedule, and cost, and of course, communication. 90% of the work of a project manager is only on communication. And also monitoring the stakeholder engagement. We plan that we have to involve these stakeholders. Are they really engaged? Are they helping you in the success of the project or not? And finally, close the project. And then you hand it over to you transition it. It may go to operations, production, that way. So today,